Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Edo State returns 108 northern travelers as 3 test positive to coronavirus. Edo State government on Wednesday ordered the return of 108 Amajari travelers from the north intercepted at Irowo at Benin Auchi Road and Benin City by the State Police Command. Special Advisor to Governor Godwin Obaseki on Media and Communication Strategy, Curtis Osagi, who confirmed the incident, said 3 of the travelers tested positive to coronavirus COVID-19. The state's police public relations officer, Mr. Chidi, also confirmed the incident of the 84 orders of Iroha by the police, adding that the state government has ordered that they be escorted out of the state to the southwest, where they said they were going to. Yes, it is true. A trailer load of human beings from Kaduna coming straight to Edo State were intercepted at Benin Auchi Expressway around Irohe. The operative intercepted the vehicle and took them to Irohe police station, where they were counted. They were 84 human beings, including the driver. They were all interrogated. They said they were coming from the north, Kano State to be precise. They were taken to a Royal Specialist Teaching Hospital for proper medical check, and there they were found and noted that the state government has ordered full security agencies to escort them out to where they said they were going to, and that is the west, either Ogun State or Lagos State, for they were not very precise where exactly in the west they were heading to. So right now they are escorting them away from Benin State because they were going to the west. They said that is their destination, and on our duty we are to escort them out of Edo State because we are under lockdown and we are not receiving any interstate traveling or persons. Addressing journalists in Benin City, the state capital, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Patrick, said 26 travelers in a truck were stopped by AGIP junction along Sapler Road and moved to the Stella Obasanjo Hospital for screening and tests for the COVID-19. 3 tested positive. Others' status still yet to be disclosed at the time of this report. We want to say that we are here to make sure that the people of Edo State are safe, as this is our primary and most important paramount official duty. We do not joke with the health of the Edo State people, and we take the coffee seriously. We are not accepting people from other states at the time being, as there is interstate lockdown. I, the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obaseki, is out here to make sure that your health and your security is top notch. Well, my people, you've heard it all. We've been hearing of the Amajaris, people from the north. These are children that were, some are orphans, yes, but others are not. Their parents just drop them in the Arabic school where they just fend for themselves anywhere belle face. So they wake up in the morning and they just go about begging for alms and assistance, moving all around with no proper destination, with no one to love or care for them. Yes, so these people are called Amajaris. They just move around, and that's what they do in the north. They mostly done to male children. So they grow up without love, without being cautioned, without being shown the true reality of life. They just go about life, and there is nobody to correct them, to instruct them, to show them that they are loved or wanted. So they just go about and just behave anyhow and what have you. So this set of people recently, we've been hearing all that have been going on in the media, how they've been flocking into the west, into the south, the southeast, and the southwest. But guess what? We've heard of Governor Wike. We're talking about River State Governor, who has caught a number of them. And guess what? He's auctioning their trucks, including the cattle and the people he's sending back to the state where they came from. A lot has also been caught in Cross River State and all over the federation. I mean all over the west. So what the North is doing is a system where they use ignorance to continue to enslave the people. This is modern day slavery in the North going on, and the government are saying nothing about it. Buhari is mute, behaving as if nothing is happening, and he's in office. These are his very own people, and this is what is happening now. And Buhari is paying no attention because it's more political. It's more about the rule of power, and nobody talks about. Once you talk about anything that concerns them, it's as though you are. It becomes a religious tug of war, and they say that you are trying to infringe into their religious rights. You see, they divert their attention to what really the focus should be about humanity, about caring for the people, about adequate care for Nigerian citizens who actually need assistance, especially these young ones who need directives, who need a parent, who need somebody to, guide them in the way of life. But guess what? They are thrown as young as 5 years old, given a plate to start looking for and begging for arms. Guess what? Some of them get abused in the way. Some of them join bad groups. How do you think these terrorist groups in the north, Boko Haram to be precise, and other you hear of Fulani herdsmen. They don't have pity. They cannot think rationally or adequately understand what people are going through. Why? They've never had that experience. They've never had the opportunity to be able to interact fairly, to be able to have that emotion, to be able to think critical reasoning. They are not in touch with real reality because why? They are cake. They've been prevented the opportunity to have true exposure. And the north, their leaders are not doing them well. They are one of the most wicked set of people. Why? How do I mean? Your children are schooling abroad. You have sent your daughters to the best of schools. You sent your son. Guess what? These people will come back and begin to rule over them. And that's why you see them wearing all this funny hijab and the rest, and the funny head tie. I'm talking about the men that surrounds the emirs and the rest. All they are looking for, they leave their family. There is no true nature of a father or direction for these children. And they just go about following these people like zombies. Anything they say, they follow. That's why they can go to the mosque and anybody can just tell them any Tom, Dick, and Harry, and they take to it and they fight blindly. Why? They don't really understand. And you won't really blame them totally and completely because they've been neglected, they've been abused. This is human rights being neglected. They keep telling them, but guess what? The North brush it away and try to focus their attention on the South, saying the Igbos are the trouble of Nigeria, the Yorubas are the trouble of Nigeria, without taking care of their home, their own house first. The educated one, they look after their children, they look after themselves, send their children to the best of schools, both in the country and outside the country, get the best of opportunities and position, and keep enslaving these ones that don't go to school. They keep using them as their thugs, they keep using them as their whatever you want to say. Again, another set has been caught in Edo State, and trust God in Obaseki, he will not let it go. Gordon Obaseki has gone ahead and has said, you know what, we are returning you back. As soon as they caught them, the police in Edo State caught them. They took them straight to the hospital where they carried out tests on them. Why? At the time of this report, of the filing of this report, the test was still ongoing. So far, 3 has tested positive to the coronavirus. And guess what? They were all coming to just load themselves into Edo State. That's why you begin to hear there is robbery. You begin to hear that there is stealing. You begin to hear different kind of things. Why? Because how do they fend for themselves? That's why they will have to do anything, everything possible to make sure that they are able to eat. And if there is one with a bad idea, others follow suit, and before you know it, you begin to experience that in that region there is theft going on, there is cases of murder, there is cases of insecurity at the rise. These are the issues of how insecurity picks up. This is what causes it. They keep coming and coming with no direction, with nothing. This has to stop. We want to say well done to all the governors who has been sending them back. The case of this coronavirus has exposed a lot of things in Nigeria. Please keep sending them back so the North can put their house in order, get a school for the Amajeris, speak to the parents on parenting rather than dumping their children to fend for themselves as young as 5 years old. Anyway, my people, what do you think? Don't forget to thumbs up for us, like us, share, subscribe. God bless you. Remember to stay safe. Bye for now.